Good afternoon, sports bettors. This is Jemiah from the To The Window Sports Betting Podcast, coming at you on Monday, April 6th, around 3:30 in the afternoon. I have 19, yes, count them, 19 free plays for you to bounce off your own homework if you're your own handicapper. If you are not, adjust your bankroll accordingly. Volume, volume, volume. The money can't work for you if you don't send it out to work. So we are going to be sending our money out to work today. 19 plays. I'm going to go through MLB first. That's where the most are in. Hit the NBA and go to this national championship game that I cannot get a read on. The market's too sharp. We're going to hit some props and hopefully make some money on those, because that's the only way I can see to attack this the right way, the most profitable way. But before I do that, well, actually, I might save that until tomorrow. I was going to recap the week that was, but I want to wait to do that with the homie Chris. Yeah, I'll wait to do that. We had a good week last week, and I'll wait to do that with him, especially with the MLS overs. Was awesome. So it was a good week. Let's just get into these plays right quick so I can get out your hair. You guys can get to your whatever national championship festivities or whatever you got going on for the game tonight. Excuse me. I like to say that, as usual, this particular section of the show is brought to you by arbitrary marijuana beverage. Keeps the mind tight, keeps you from waking up on time, keeps you from getting videos out in a timely fashion. Dealing with work stuff all day, especially with the national championship coming on, keeps a guy busy. So got to find a way to take the edge off without alcohol. No hangover. It's awesome. Let's get into it. Baseball, play number one. Chicago Cubs, Tampa Bay Rays. No run first inning. -130. Tyon versus McClanahan in Tropicana Field. It's a ballpark with the offensive energy of a Walmart at 2 a.m. Nobody's there. There's probably not going to be any fans there. No runs first inning. 1% play. Keep it easy. Next one, Royals Guardians. No run first inning. Waka versus BB. It's 47 degrees in Cleveland. I think it's 78 here in the A. It's too cold. Nobody scoring. 1%, no run first inning. Guardians, Royals. Next play, Dodgers, Blue Jays. Yes. Run to be scored in the first inning. Yes. Robleski is starting this, but he's got a 7.62 ERA. He's horrible. Scherzer started out good. The man's old. I doubt he puts two good games together in a row. I think he gets hit early. Yes, for a run to be scored in the first inning for the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. Number 4, we're taking the Blue Jays on the money line, +127. Every chance I get, I'm fading the Dodgers. Every chance I'm fading the Dodgers. Plus money on the Blue Jays at home. Pitcher's bad. Don't care. Making the bet. It's a 2% play on the Blue Jays on the money line at +127. $700 bankroll, 14 to win 17. Seems good. Number 5, Tigers Twins, no runs first inning. It's 32 degrees out there too. Is out there as a 1.05 ERA. Twins suck at hitting the baseball. No runs first inning, easy peasy. Next one, Tigers money line plus money. Same game, better pitcher, first hitting team. Plus money, give it to me every time. I know they just played on Sunday Night Baseball. I know they lost. I know they had to travel. They didn't travel too far. Tigers on the money line. Number 7 is over 4.5 strikeouts. 9 Ks in his debut. Twins, again, batting .204. It's 32 degrees outside. It just makes sense. Miz for the Tigers, over 4.5 strikeouts. Number 8, Woodruff. Brandon Woodruff of the Milwaukee Brewers. These against the Red Sox. Red Sox are 5th in strikeout rate. Excuse me. And it's probably one of my favorite plays on the board. What could possibly go wrong? That's a 2%er. Mariners, Rangers, no runs first inning. Gilbert, DeGrom, elite pitchers in a dome. No wind, no excuses, no runs first inning. Number 10, Rockies, Astros. It's Coors Field. If you don't know this by now, you take a run in the first inning when the Rockies play at Coors Field. That is it. That is all. Braves, Angels. No run first inning. Chris Sale, just a dog, 0.75 ERA. He's not giving up runs. Neither the guy on the other side for the Angels, I can't remember his name, but he's a solid pitcher as well. No runs first inning. So that's it. Baseball out of the way. Moving on to the NBA, play number 12. We're taking the Hawks on the money line. Knicks are on a back-to-back, no days rest. I don't think they want to win. They're playing the seeding game with the Cavs because we don't want to see them. They don't want to see us. I think the Cavs can move up to the 3 spot. Knicks can move down to the 4. Just give me the Hawks in recent form. They've won 18 out of the last 20 and tired legs. Hawks, money line. Let's get it. Next one is Hawks team total over 115.5. Plus money on this, plus 116. They've scored over 117 or better in 4 out of the last 5. Plus money on the over. We're going to make it that's a 1% play. Hawks team total over 115.5. Next, we're taking the Blazers plus 8 against Denver. The line moved a full point towards Portland. That's sharp money. Portland needs a game. Denver really has nothing to play for. I'm going to take the points. That's another 1% play. Now, the other one is Jalen Duren for the Pistons, under 34.5 points and rebounds. Orlando allows the second least amount of points and rebounds to centers in the league, surprisingly, with as long as Wagner's been out. But it's definitely worth a play. I think there's one more. Nope. Let's get into this national championship game. Listen, I think the only of the 3 models that I have for the national championship that have Michigan covering the spread is KenPom. I think he's got a minus 10.8. The other couple of models I have it at right at 6. This line is super sharp, super tight. There's not a lot of wiggle room this late in the year. The lines are going to be so efficient, much like the NFL. It's not a Saturday where there's 150, 180 college basketball games going on and the books are going to make a mistake. There are no mistakes made here. Everything is factored in from Luxembourg's Lindenborg. Sorry, buddy. His injuries factored in. His point total's over 12.5. I'd lean to that over. That's not a bet we got to the window with. By the way, take a second, like and subscribe to the video. Easy for me to say. Like and subscribe to the video, please, and thank you. Putting in all this hard work for you to make you some money. So let's get into this. I'm going to attack this game. I'm not taking a side. I'm not messing with the full game total. I don't like any of it. So we're going to take UConn's team total over 68.5 points. Here's why. They score efficiently. They control the pace. Michigan is so good that UConn is not going to have a choice but to score to keep this game close. Can UConn muck the game up? Yeah, they can muck it up and slow it down and make it a grind, make it a fight. All that being said, both of these teams are still getting to 70. Michigan is the first team in history to have scored 90 points in every tournament game they played in. It's the only way UConn can keep up. You got to get to 70. And if I'm getting 68.5, it's a little juiced, but I think it gets there. Next one is all player props going forward. Elliot Cadeau over 11.5 points. He's a primary ball handler now, and with Lindenborg out or hurt, his usage is going to go up. And he's gone over this in I want to say every game in this tournament, he's gone over 11.5. I like his assist too, and I bet that on Bovada. They don't have it on ProfitX, wisely so. But if you can find his assist over 6.5, bet that too. Next one is Braylon Mullins, who couldn't hit a bull in the ass with a handful of rocks a couple games ago. Now all of a sudden he's on fire. I'm going to ride the train. Braylon Mullins over 2.5 threes is at plus 134. That's good money. Michigan's designated shooter in a game where they need him to fire. So plus money on a shooter with the green light, or UConn. It's UConn's guy, not Michigan, UConn. But he's got to fire. That's the only way they stay in this game. The bigs can do what the bigs can do, but they're going to be so occupied on defense dealing with Michigan's bigs and Michigan's penetration and kick and everything like that. Like they have to, they're going to need these threes. And Braylon Mullins is a guy, I think he's good for 3 of them. So let's get to it. Last one of the night, Mr. Terrence Reed, the big fella for UConn. We're taking him over 14.5 points. Again, UConn's going to hang in this game. This is the only way. Braylon Mullins and Terrence Reed to do what they do. They got to score points. You got to keep up with this team. They're going to run. That's it. 19 plays brought to you in about 11 minutes. You can go back and listen if you like. I will recap all of them for you right now. NBA, Jalen Duren, under 34.5 points and rebounds. Terrence Reed for UConn, over 14.5 points. Cubs and Rays, no run first inning. Royals Guardians, no run first inning. Brandon Woodruff over 5.5 strikeouts for the Milwaukee Brewers. The Atlanta Hawks over 115.5 points. A bigger bet on that game is Hawks on the money line for 2%. We're taking yes for a run to be scored in the first inning between the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. We're taking the Blue Jays on the money line. We're taking Casey Miz over 4.5 strikeouts against the lowly Minnesota Twins. We're also taking that game no score first inning. We're taking the Detroit Tigers on the money line at plus money. Mariners Rangers, no run first inning. Astros Rockies, Scores Field, it's Denver, yes, run first inning. Braylon Mullins over 2.5 threes. For UConn's team total over 68.5. Elliott Cadeau over 11.5 points. The Trailblazers plus the 8. And the Braves and Angels, no run first inning. Guys, like I always say, don't bet what you can't afford to lose. If a bet makes you sweat, you are not doing it right. This is Jemiah, one half of the To the Window Sports Betting Podcast. Thank you for joining me today. I am out of your hair or lack thereof. You guys have a great day. Enjoy the national championship. Let's get ready for some football. Let's get ready for some WNBA, my specialty. Yes, WNBA, my specialty, allegedly. Let's get to the window, guys. Let's get this money. You guys take care. Love.